Honestly, if I had to pick between the two, I think I would go with. So, I just thought it'd be a great idea to show my game awards nominations. I really haven't played many games this year, but I've watched plenty of games, so I thought I might as well get into this. So, I guess we'll start from the bottom and work our way up. So, first, best esports event. I actually don't know anything about any of these, but I love Valorant, so I'll just vote for Valorant. Uh, so we'll keep going. Well, short intermission. Okay, we're back. Best esports coach. Let's see if it lets me this time. Um, I have literally no clue who any of these people are. Uh, hmm. I will give CS some love. Look, I'll go with old Danny here. Okay. Best esports team. Fnatic? Uh, the Evil Geniuses. That sounds, uh, it's quite the name, but Fnatic looks like they try too hard. Uh, I'll go with the Evil Geniuses. Best esports athlete. TenZ should be on here. I'd vote for TenZ any day. I mean, I don't watch League, but I know Faker is a really good player, so I'll just give it to Faker. Best esports game. Okay. This may be controversial, but I think Valorant is a way better esports game than CS. Only because. Also, why is PUBG on here? Only because CS is like the same thing over and over again. You've all got like grenades and crap. You've got the same guns, but I mean Val does too. But you have agents in Valorant that provide diversity between each game. So I think that goes to Valorant. Content Creator of the Year. I love Iron Mouse. Uh, not more to that. Not much more to that. Dude, I actually can't believe she got on there. That's actually sick. But the Quackity fans are just way too diverse. I don't think Iron Mouse could win. Most anticipated game. Ooh. Final Fantasy, no? I feel like Final Fantasy is so loved. Hades was. Hades is really anticipated too, though. But I think people really want to see this, so I'll go with that. Best adaptation. Five Nights at Freddy's. Uh, I've actually only seen one of these. Like, I think Illumination did good. Like, I don't really know what else they could have done, but I don't know what these movies consist of. I really wanted to watch this one, but I guess it never came to my theater, so that sucks. We'll just go with Mario. Best multiplayer. Has to be Baldur's Gate, right? Like, what else could it be? Really, can only be Baldur's Gate. Best sports slash racing. I have not played any of these. I mean, I'm sure FC24 is gonna win. Like, soccer, football is just huge. Best sim strategy game. haven't played any of these. I'll go with Pikmin. It's an old school. Best family game. I love Party Animals. Party Animals is fun. Best fighting. I didn't even know this is out yet. I've not heard anything about it. Mortal Kombat 1 looks sick though. I love watching this game. I'm gonna go here. Best RPG. Ooh, Lies of P or Baldur's Gate. Ooh. Final Fantasy 6. I mean, I've watched a ton of Baldur's Gate. But Lies of P is so cool too. I'm gonna vote for the underdog here. I love Baldur's Gate, but I think Lies of P is the underdog. I want to vote for that. Best action adventure. Like, come on now. I love Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I played so much of this game. Obviously gonna go for that. Best action game. I honestly don't know anything about these. You know what? I'm gonna look up a trailer. Yo. This looks sick. It looks like Genji. I don't know how much of that I can show, so if you want to see the trailer yourself, you can do so. I'm just gonna go for Ghost Runner here. That looks sick, so. What's best VR AR? Honestly, I don't know. Surely Resident Evil Village VR is pretty much, like, not the same game, but I'm sure Gran Turismo is fun too. But that looks cool. Call of the Mountain. I'm gonna watch another trailer. Holy.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I've seen enough. That looks amazing. I'm going for that. That just looks beautiful. Mobile game. You already know. I play so much Star Rail. Instant vote. My channel is literally Star Rail and Genshin. Best debut indie game. Dredge. Best independent game. Dave the Diver. Best community support. That had to have been Baldur's Gate, right? Or Final Fantasy. The community for Final Fantasy is always huge. I don't know, the dedication to Baldur's Gate though was insane. I saw some people playing this game so much. Usually Final Fantasy wins this award, I believe. So I'm gonna give Baldur's Gate the vote. Best ongoing. Fontaine I've heard is very good. I'm not there yet, so I wouldn't know. Fortnite just brought back OG though. That is a tough one. I've heard the new Archon Quest though is really good. Fortnite will never be as good as it was though. I might just give it to G Game. You know my channel. Games for Impact. Is this like a social meaning or message? I've actually not heard of like any of these. A Space for the Unbound looks cool. I'll just give it to A Space for the Unbound. I'm judging a book by its cover. Innovation and accessibility. Does Spider-Man have a lot of accessibility? Recognizing the software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. I feel like there's not much accessibility in Mortal Kombat. You kind of just do tests of strength or play online. I don't. Street Fighter has its story mode. I have not played Spider-Man, so I don't have a PS5, so I wouldn't know. I'm sure all the Spider-Man people are gonna vote for this anyways. I'll just give it to Spider-Man. Best performance? I really don't know. I heard he did a pretty good job. But he was like the exact character, pretty much. You know, I'll give it to him. Might as well add diversity. Best audio design. Dead Space? I feel like Dead Space has to have the... No? I have not played Alan Wake or watched, but I have heard it's great. RE4... I've just heard Dead Space is very good. I've seen some play of it too, and it looked really fun. Spider-Man is just Spider-Man. Like, you've kind of just got your fighting and crap. I'm sure there's boss music, but I don't know if it's better than the sound design of Dead Space. I'm going to watch another thing. I'm gonna look up Alan Wake.
Casey, I think I'm in the overlap.
Okay, I changed my mind. I watched gameplay of Alan Wake, and that sound design was very good. There's a very ominous like feel to it. I just don't know if any of the others can beat. I mean, RE4 I haven't seen how the remake is. I'm just gonna go with Alan Wake. That one took me way too long. Best score in music. Music like, come on. The sound was so, like, the music was so good in Tears of the Kingdom. But it could be really good in Final Fantasy 2. Usually Final Fantasy has some phenomenal music and score. But I'm gonna play a little bias here and go Tears of the Kingdom. Best art direction. I think, okay, I'm actually not gonna go Zelda here because I think it was very well like designed, but the fact that it's on the Nintendo Switch just destroys the like art aspect of it, because the game's running at like 30 FPS. Like, you can't render very far in the distance. I'm not gonna give it to Zelda here. I think Alan Wake looked sick. Hi-Fi Rush? I don't know anything about. Mario just looks like a Mario game. Liza P has very good art direction. I think I'm gonna give it to Liza P here. Best narrative. I really did not watch this game. I'm sorry. Like, it just like failed on release and then they remade it, but I wasn't interested to watch any any of it. Like, was that even a score? Best. Wait. I'm skipping ahead. Score. No, it wasn't even score. Yeah, I feel like this is tough. I feel like Baldur's Gate, like there's narrative obviously, but it's not like entirely like focused on the narrative, I guess. Like I, like it is, but it's not. Like I don't know how to explain it. Usually Final Fantasy has a lot to do with the narrative. I'm sure that's pretty much all Alan Wake is too. I feel like it's either Spider-Man, Final Fantasy, or Alan Wake. Uh, for a game that is like only narrative, I think I might give it to Alan Wake because Spider-Man is just Spider-Man. Like you can't deviate from it too much. Like it's just Spider-Man. Like I don't know how else to put it. I'm sure this might be controversial, but I think Alan Wake deserved it here. Best game direction. I think this is one of these three. Like, these three games are very well directed. This one seemed very well directed, but I just haven't seen enough of it to make that decision. Like, I know I did this, but I haven't seen enough out of these three here to like confidently make a decision. So I just chose the one that seemed fully narrative. Game direction, I think Spider-Man sounds like it was directed phenomenally. So does Baldur's Gate though, because it's very, very creative. I think Zelda's story was very unique though. Like actually I'm not gonna spoil anything, but I just love what they did with the story. I think honestly these two, I I honestly couldn't pick. I think because Baldur's Gate has so much gameplay and like stuff to do, I think Baldur's Gate deserves this one for sure. Like Tears of the Kingdom had a game to base itself off of, so they had like a lot of the assets, probably, but like Tears of the Kingdom took the same map from Breath of the Wild and added an underground that's pretty similar to the surface, and then they added some islands in the sky. Like, it's creative. I think the game direction was great too, but I think Baldur's Gate just does this the best. And now, the faded question. First, I like to say, how in the world is Super Mario Bros. Wonder up here? Like, actually. Like, over something like Lies of P or Hogwarts Legacy. I know that gaming was in a controversy, but still, it just, like, was a... I'm not gonna start something that could make people mad at me. I just think Hogwarts Legacy or Lies of P should be here. I really think it's, again, I think it's these three here. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love Spider-Man. I've heard it's a phenomenal game. But I'm sure, from what I've seen, most of the combat is probably the same. I've heard they've reduced stealth options in this game, which is crazy to me. I know they got a bigger map, better um, traversal, but I just don't think they did enough to, like, I don't know what else they could have done. Maybe even bigger map than what they gave. I know they had plenty of enemies, but I'm pretty sure I heard someone beat the story, like the full thing, in like 20 something hours, which is crazy for a $70 game. Uh, but these two, I think, are really the two that like I have trouble picking between, but honestly, I think I'm probably going to give it to Tears of the Kingdom, and here's why. So, obviously, I played Tears of the Kingdom. I've not played Baldur's Gate. But Baldur's Gate has plenty to do, for sure. There's so much you can do in this game. And honestly, I would not be mad if Baldur's Gate won Game of the Year. But I think Tears of the Kingdom is like so unique for a Zelda game and even a game in general. I think the story is so like well done and thought out. And for being on the Switch, it is such a good game. Like the Switch runs so bad, but they find a way to make such a good game like Tears of the Kingdom. I really think like if I had to give a percent on which way I'm swaying, I think it's like 51% Tears of the Kingdom, 49 Baldur's Gate. Like, there's not much setting me apart between these two. I think what really just sets it apart for me is the type of game. I love what type of game uh, Zelda is over Baldur's Gate. If that makes any sense. I think it does, but I think I'm going to give this to Tears of the Kingdom. That should be, yeah, that is all of them. I know some of them might have been terrible. Some of them I might not have known what I'm talking about, and I apologize. I've not seen most of these games. I've not played most of these games. So, if you have thoughts to give me, please do. Uh, I hope I didn't make anyone mad. I don't mean to make anyone mad. And go vote. And yeah,